So I am Wally, and I am one half and two. I'm sorry, one half, one third of a brother from another with my boy here on the bottom right, Mr. Preston Gathers. My brother to the left, your left, my left, military left, Cornelius D. McCall, aka the Compass. What's up, big dog? How you doing? And my brother on the Undisputed Champion show, my co-host, my dog. Do not say anything bad about the Fiend, Mr. Yo, what's up, man? What's going on, fellas? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Another fine day.
So, doing what we do, we usually do a shirt check, and based on us kind of, finalizing everything, clearly my shirt check is my favorite wrestler. 1A, 1B with Undertaker. I'm a Sting guy. Judge me or unfollow me. I don't care. Korrey, what you got on over there, bro?
So this jacket that I have on is super special to me. It's one of my very first jackets, and it's also one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart. So special occasion, special jacket. Don't wear it that often. So
hey, he put on his good stuff to get on here, man.
Right, Sunday's
best. He got on church clothes. He got on the good clothes.
I ain't mad at him though.
But yeah, that's what we do, man. We're gonna have to make sure we all ready for this. As far as we're gonna get some shirts, we're gonna have to do some blended merch now. Since we got this episode under our belt, so we kicking this off. We gotta do some blended merch. But it's gonna have to happen between now and the next time we do this. So, jumping into our usual format. Where we at? All right. So, right off the rip, man. Top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time. We can go past, we can go present. We need top 5. PK, we're gonna start with you, bro. Let's go top 5 wrestlers all time.
Oh, top 5? Okay. So number 1's got to be Stone Cold for me. Stone Cold was just wild and just reckless out there. So he goes up there tossing the beer, shooting the birds, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be there. Number 2 was Goldberg, man. I don't know why I like Goldberg, but I just did. I think it goes back to Nintendo 64. He had the spear joint on there.
Too early, man.
Goldberg's number 2, Booker T is number 3. Give me Lex Luger at 4. And actually put Stevie Ray at number 5. So that rounds out my top 5 right there.
That's fair.
What's up with Goldberg? What you got against Goldberg, though, Chief?
You seen the episode. Me and Korrey got up and left like 5 times, man. It ain't even got nothing to do with him. It's the way that you talk about people utilizing certain assets that they have, and he's past his prime utilization.
What? He got the grayish beard going and everything.
Even man. That, it's just like, it's literally a shell of himself. You know what I mean? That's one of the things where for us following the storylines and we see what we want to happen, what should happen, and then they just go, they need a conflict. They go this way, and we trying to get somewhere else with it. So with that being said, respectable top 5, Compass, top 5 wrestlers, brother. Who you got? Oh, shit.
Or did you only have 3? Did you only pull 3?
I mean, I'm saying
I was ready for this because I knew he was, being wrestling fans. I knew y'all was gonna hit me with a extra 2. You know what I mean? Okay, number 1, man. I'm going with the cream, man. Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm going with it. Man. That's probably my favorite video to watch of all time, and every genre. Okay.
He got another one. He'd be like, "I'm too hot to handle and too cold to hold." You got.
Oh man, I remember. Yeah.
I gotta find that and send it to you. That one is crazy though. That and the Jake, those might be my favorite Macho Man joint.
Word. Okay, number 2, man, Ultimate Warrior. Okay. He's cold. I mean. And really, him and Macho Man, they neck and neck to me. But Macho Man, just because we talked about this before, Wally. Macho Man had better interviewing skills. You know what I mean? Number 3, Stone Cold, for obvious reasons. Especially when he started bringing beer to the ring, you know. But do y'all remember when he was
got his mans at the ring tossing them out from the cooler,
tossing the beers from out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
He caught all of them except maybe 1 or 2, you know.
And my true wrestling heads on the joint right quick. What beer was he drinking? Did it change up? What was his?
Oh, it was Bud Ice or Bud Light.
He changed it though to his beer though.
And then it was beer. Then it was he got his own beer. Now he got like Stone Cold, like an IPA type of beer, like El Segundo something. So he marketed that for other brands for so long, and now he actually has his own beer. So
I ain't mad at him.
Not bad.
Okay, so let me see. What was it? 3, 4, Goldberg. I lost track of how many in O Bill Goldberg was. You know,
bro, we done lost both of the undisputed champs.
I know, man. I think he was
10 minutes.
last time. He was like 52 and 0 when I started following him. It was something crazy like that, man.
Right.
You know, and really Goldberg, man. Once he hit you with the spear, it was pretty much done. Until people became immune to the spear somehow, you know. He hit you with the spear, you know, you're pretty much done, you know.
Cool.
And his theme music was fire too, by the way.
I give you that.
Yeah, his theme music was fire, you know. Matter of fact, Pastor Troy on Universal Soldier album sampled Goldberg's. That's for my, you know what I mean, if I was on that.
Yeah.
Number 5, man. Y'all not gonna believe this, man.
Oh hell.
Doink. I'm going with Doink. Yeah. The reason why. Okay, so Doink. I liked him because he was. It really is. Basically, you know, he was trash to me. He was trash, but he always came in and he brought in Dink. You know what I mean? And it was a whole lot of mini me's running around. I liked Doink, man. I did, you know. But it was a toss-up between him and Goldberg. Not Goldberg, but Goldust.
Man, you out of here.
I'm going with Doink, man.
Mr. Man or Wally, who's up, man? Let's keep this thing moving. Dink and Doink. Have a seat. I ain't mad at you. I would have never thought that, but
yeah, you took me off left field with that.
I'm sure it did.
I'm going with Doink, man.
So Wally, what's up? You letting the guests go? You gonna bring up the rear?
Yeah. I'm gonna let Korrey go before we jump on the next one.
Yeah, let me, Mr. Man, tell me who your top 5.
Top 5 all time for me.
I already know, so I'm just laughing.
It's actually, I mean, it might be a little different than what you think, though. So, number 1 for me is Bret Hart. You know, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. You want to talk about somebody that can educate you in the ring? That I don't remember watching a match from Bret Hart that was bad.
Oh yeah, he was legendary. Absolutely
Legendary. So, number 2 for me is Stone Cold. You got to put Stone Cold in your top 5. Stone Cold is a generational changer. I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't give that man enough credit for what he did at the time that wrestling was at. So, number 2, Stone Cold. Number 3, Randall Keith Orton. Randy
Orton. Okay.
Randy Orton has changed over the years. He went from this snobbish kid that didn't care. He just wanted to party and get the girls and all that to turning into this. He always had the ability, but the character and the work that he put in the background, though, man, the dude now is flawless. And he has one of the great theme songs of all time, actually 2 of them, but you got him. Number 4 for me is Finn Balor. He's still wrestling right now. Wally probably knew that was coming. Just the totality of what this man has done. If you look at him, you would think he probably like 29, 30 years old. The man just turned 40 this month. And the way
getting it done?
I'm sorry?
Still getting it done?
Dog, still getting it done. You wouldn't know. But you know, he the way he portrays his character, his work in the ring, and what he's done all around the world is what he doesn't get enough credit for. And number 5 for me gotta be the dead man, the Undertaker. Greatest character of all time. You gotta give it to the Undertaker. So that's my top 5.
Y'all remember it was 2 Undertakers, man? One was like he had the gray gloves, and one had like the light purple joints.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how they evolved that character. They had him when he was originally coming out. He had the gray cloaks. And
yeah, cloaks. There we go. Okay.
It disappeared for a little while, and then they brought the fake one in wearing the gray, and then he came back with the purple. And of course, he just, you know what I'm saying, got rid of that one and sent him on his way. So I would say going backwards for me, like I said, I got a 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and then like a third because I'm so torn with my.
Why do you get all you got 8 options?
Come on, bro. Nah, bro.
He said he got 5, but he got 1A, 1B. But you need to list them. Somebody got to be right, brother.
Because I'm torn, man. You can't. Don't put.
Well, you gonna tear. You gonna tear them in half. You gonna tear
much.
1A and 1B and make a 1, a 2.
So, I'll give you number 5 first.
Okay.
Number 5. Great movie.
Who?
What? Man, take him off of this thing.
I didn't hear what you said.
Great Muda? You don't remember Great Muda?
Take me off too.
That was my Kermit sip.
Now I gotta look it up.
Y'all, are you serious?
I do remember, but I wouldn't even put him in my top 20.
I wouldn't, man. That came out left field for me. I was not expecting you to say Great Muda. I was not expecting that one
At all.
Nah.
Maybe Bob Backlund.
Never seen this guy before in my life.
Ricky the Dragon.
Oh, I'm lying. Yeah, I have. Never mind. Okay.
Fine. Since just to make y'all feel better, I'll go Hitman. Fine. How about that?
You ain't gotta change your list for me. I ain't
Exactly.
No, I'm
if
just
you
saying,
if you want Young Moolah on there, put him on there.
I don't like how I just was attacked. Like that, I don't know what that was about.
Viciously.
Is this a light skin thing?
If you want Young Moolah on there, put him on there then.
I'm just saying, it's Muda, not Moolah.
Hey, PK said him too.
Yeah, put that Young Moolah, baby. Put him on there.
Okay, anywho, like I said, so that was my last one. So after that, I'm kind of torn with The Rock and Austin. So actually, no, I'm not, and I'm gonna explain why. Give me Stone Cold number 4. Give me Rock at number 3, only because The Rock is more motivational outside of what we know him for. So I'll give him that. You know, kudos at being number 3, and then. Well, never mind. My shirt, I would be lying. So I would go Taker 2.
I was wondering.
I'm just saying.
Hey man,
Trash.
That man ain't wild with it.
That's funny.
That man wild.
Yeah, he wildin'.
Wildin'.
Hey, bro, you keep that mask on long enough, you ain't got to worry about being light skinned no more.
Cooked.
It was hot as hell in that thing. Seriously hot. So, I would say, what you got next? Okay, what you want to do with the next one? You want to go?
No, I'm gonna let Mr. Man bring it in. Tag teams. I'll let him kick it though.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the top 3 greatest tag teams of all time in our opinion.
Oh, I said in our opinion. Okay, all right, cool.
I'm just, because it's a lot to choose from, even though it ain't a lot lately. I guess I'll fire it off.
Yeah.
My number one, Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat.
That's my
I
number
always
one
felt
too.
like I felt like brothers always had the greatest chemistry in the ring, man. What they represented for black men at the time. Looking at Booker T's A&E story, biography story. If y'all have not checked that out, check that out. 2 hours, a little long, but I'm telling you, it's super informative if you're interested in wrestling like that. Him and his brother went through a lot to get to WCW. So shout out to them. Number two, Team Extreme, the Hardy Boys.
Ooh.
Them dudes, man, they gave 0 Fs. I'll put it that way. They did not care. And I'm trying to figure out how many times has Jeff Hardy flipped off a 12-foot, 20-foot, whatever ladder, fell into another ladder or a table, and still able to get up.
Flipped or falling off, whichever way you want to put it.
Well, excuse me, you're right. Flipped. Excuse me. Thank you for correcting me. He flipped off of him.
He's either fallen off of it, or he's been thrown off of it, or he's flipped off of it. But
that man, he ain't real. He's not. I don't know. He ain't human. The number 3 for me is the Dudleys. It reminded me of my childhood.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to put somebody in the 3D as a kid, man? If you had younger siblings, as I did, I grew up with younger brothers, 5 younger brothers. And you know, when you a kid and you got all boys and y'all in there wrestling and you trying out wrestling moves, it was either the sharpshooter or the 3D. So
it's a fight every day.
Every day, bro. Every day. So those are my top 3. So who want to go next?
I mean, you took 2 out of my 3, so I guess I'll go. I not took them, but I had Harlem Heat number 1. New Legion of Doom was number 2, and then the Dudley Boys. But my runner-up I had was New Age Outlaws, the Road Dogg Jesse James and the badass Billy Gunn.
I like that one, man.
That was my runner-up. So yeah.
We talked the other day. I still didn't even think about that.
What's that?
Exactly.
I didn't think about them.
Oh yeah, and I mean, of course, my list is old school because I'm just now starting to get back into it. But yeah, Harlem Heat, like Dudley Boys, and then like I said, I had Legion of Doom, and then I had New Age Outlaws. I put the Wild Samoans on there as another runner-up because I'm always yelling at Janet, Captain Lou Albano. So I put that on there. But yeah, me and Mr. Man, 2 out of 3 ain't bad that we matched up. So we're gonna let Wally bring up the rear again. So Compass, your tag team back again.
All right, number 1, Legion of Doom. I'm a big Hulk and Animal fan. Okay, I seen them boys live back in like 93, 92. They fought Earthquake and Tsunami. Not Earthquake and Typhoon. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
The natural disasters back in the day. Number 2, the Rockers, man, which is a old school, you know what I mean? Group.
All the way back.
Marty Jannetty, I want to say.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. Marty.
Yeah, man. And number 3, you got to go with the Harlem Heat, man. I saw that interview, man, and it was a running meme for a while, you know what I mean, with Booker T, man, was getting interviewed. I don't remember who they was fighting.
He went back to his roots.
To his roots. I ain't gonna repeat it, but y'all know what I'm talking about, man, you know? And, yeah, man. I'll never forget that, you know. I don't even remember if I probably was using that word then, but yeah, man, those are my top 3. Those are my top 3.
Wow.
Question, real quick. The Hart Foundation. Okay, so you got, and I wanted to pick them, but I don't remember them ever being tag team. I remember them being, what you call them, Korrey?
A faction.
A faction, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember at a time, man, it was well, it ain't never been just 2 of them.
Yeah, it was. It started with Bret and
Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yeah, they were in there. That they were wearing black and blue. They weren't even wearing pink.
They
yet.
was in black and blue. Okay, that's what but I couldn't remember. Okay, cool.
They go back to at least 85, 86 when they had the first Royal Rumble because they was the last 2 or 3 that was in the ring with Andre the Giant and Refrigerator Perry that used to play for the Bears. But
okay. Oh, look at him.
Flex.
My bad, bro. Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm gonna say Hardy's. I mean not Hardy's. I'm sorry. Harlem Heat number 3. Legion of Doom number 2. Dudley's 1. Because I actually got close enough when ECW was going on back in Philly. My dad was he got deployed, and I ended up seeing that. I saw an ECW show when they were at the Bingo Hall in Philly, and the Dudleys were there, and it was just crazy. So ever since seeing that, they was always going to be top 5, top 3. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Dudleys, man, because they just it was the in-ring stuff, but they also really like that in real life, kind of like Harlem Heat. They were really just hoods. You know,
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm really like that.
So yeah, that's my top 3 tag teams right there.
It looked like you was kind of torn over there, Wally. Like you had somebody else. I thought you was gonna say the Bushwhackers or something.
I definitely would have walked away on that.
Man, so you got your tag teams, your wrestlers, and then I think we were going with the rivalries. Like, what was one that stuck out in your mind? So with me tossing that question, my rivalry, that's just lame. But both of them include the Undertaker, and the Undertaker wasn't even in my top 5 wrestlers. But Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker, that little dude,
Classic.
big dude type joint. I don't get me wrong. Might have been like, I know they met up in WrestleMania, I believe. I don't know which one it was, but twice. And then the Undertaker and Kane, when that was a thing for a little bit, I was like, these are 2 unstoppable forces, man. So it was just cool to see that. But the Sweet Chin music versus, the Tombstone, man, to see Shawn Michaels like looking up at my boy, I was like, man, this right here is just awesome. Like I was in that joint because it wasn't what it was. So I have remember too much of the backstory on the rivalry, but I know it was a thing at the time. So, that was my 1A and 1B, if you want to, as Wally likes to caveat all of his stuff. So I'm gonna just switch it up. I'm gonna let Man go next. What's a rivalry? You got 1 or 2, or what's up?
It's in my eyes. It's only one. It's only one.
Okay.
It's only one. It's Rock and Austin. It's Rock and Austin.
And I wanted to leave them off because that's right.
Yeah.
It's the obvious one.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to like say, I like this versus that. I mean, I could pick some that I like over the years, but the one that stands out the most is that, how you main event 3 WrestleManias, multiple SummerSlams, and tell a story over a sum of years. That's hard to do. So it's got to be Rock and Austin, man.
Like nothing was repetitive. Nothing was stale. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't ever like, man, they doing this again. You know what I'm saying? Like with the audience being tired of seeing it, like what we go through now, watching as the audience doing what we do on Undisputed. And just it was always like, man, like we would want them to do that more often, even though there was so many different people to have like a good storyline with. That was the cream of it. That was it right there. Like they was the ones that you would watch no matter what they was doing. Anytime they put them together, that was always you're gonna watch TV, you're gonna buy the pay-per-view, you're gonna go to the events. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big attraction.
That's 2 showmen for you too, though. That can
Definitely
make that happen and always be something new, something fresh, and you like what's gonna happen next with it. So that's a solid but the obvious, but you got your money's worth when you saw them 2 in that ring. So
I will tell you though, there is one recently that I think stands out like that.
Talk to me.
If you watch NXT, that's another brand of WWE. The more recent one that really I was glued to, it's two wrestlers, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They had a series of matches that was absolutely crazy. And it's two, you know how Vince likes bigger guys that's 260 and got muscles coming out the eyebrows and stuff. So that if you want to check out a real rivalry, probably recently, that's really good. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, NXT.
And they were a tag team called DFY. And it just so happened that they just shifted and then all hell broke loose for like 2 years with them trying to kill each other. Compass, you want to give your favorite?
What's your favorite rivalry?
One, we doing how many?
Just one of them. Or I mean, if you got to, but I mean, what you had to see?
Bret Hart, man, and Roddy Piper, man. That's my. I mean, I was there when they fought for the Intercontinental. I was there.
WrestleMania.
I wasn't ringside. I was back there somewhere. But yeah, that was that's probably my top. You know, they got a dope documentary out too about their relationship, man.
The promo for that match was dope.
I mean, yeah, that's probably Bret Hart was probably at that time. You know, he was winning belts. He held belts for moons. You know what I mean? He was just a champ above champs back then, man. And Roddy Piper, man, was just that dude, man. Had the worst entrance music to me of all time.
You can't make a Compass video to that?
I can't do it, bro. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's probably... I had a couple other ones. Macho Man Ric Flair, that was probably another big one. You know what I mean? That whole Elizabeth situation. You know? But yeah, I'm going to go Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, man.
I can get with it.
Yeah.
Of course. I got Rock Austin here, period.
Yep.
Real quick, let me ask y'all this. My second favorite, after that one, Macho Man and DDP.
Man. Ooh. Good old DDP. Okay.
Ooh. Those matches at the pay-per-view, in the crowd at Nitro, in the ring, attacking each other, when they had matches against other people, the Crutches, Elizabeth, Kimberly, the spray paint,
the spray paint, yeah.
They spray painted Kimberly one day when they had her, they grabbed her by the hair and just tagged her up all crazy with the spray paint. Man, that's number 2, hands down. Y'all can figure out number 3. I don't know, but them two rivalries right there. I'll watch those any day of the week.
Let's say, my cousin said, he said, The Rock is the best wrestler ever, and that's on Big God. So that's his GOAT, man. That's his GOAT, man.
He has spoken.
He has spoken. So, what's next on that for our wrestling?
My favorite faction.
The faction, your group?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Hulkamaniac now.
I think me and PK both said the Horsemen.
Yeah, my favorite group was the 4 Horsemen. Then I put
me and Korrey had. I think we had the same ones. The Hart Foundation.
Mm-hmm. The favorite group or faction. But there was one I was talking to the dude at work about this one. He was like, "What about the corporation?" And I was like, "Well, I had to go back and look up the corporation because when it all switching out." He was like, I wrote down something because I had to look because he said the corporation at one time that was Vince McMahon was, head honcho. But he said they had The Rock and the Test and Shawn Michaels, like all of them went through corporation. I didn't do enough research on it, but when he said the corporation, I looked it up, but I didn't. He said the corporation Rock, Test, Shawn Michaels, Shamrock. Those are just a couple of ones I wrote down. I don't know. I didn't do my homework.
I know Rock and Test for sure.
Okay.
I know that for sure. Shawn Michaels, I don't remember.
Him and Boss Man were a tag team for a while.
Yep.
Okay.
Tess was there. When Rock left is when Triple H came in.
Yep.
Geez, man.
Yeah, he threw that one out there. I was like, all right. You know, I had to look it up because I forgot about. I remember because Vince McMahon, he tried to get me in a couple times. So I was like, okay, all right. So
he did to that glass break.
Yeah, that glass broke around the world. So y'all knocked out group faction real quick. We got, 2 Horsemen and 2 Hart Foundations done and done. So how's that next one getting broken out? Is it? I think that's Compass was asking favorite entrance, catchphrase,
or
your theme.
So Neil, like what? Yeah. So what would your favorite entrance / catchphrase be all time?
The Cream, bro. PK would he dared me to do the because I have it memorized. Believe me, I have that whole 1 minute and 14.
You ain't got
second interview with him and Mean Gene. I have it memorized, man.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it.
So there was your moment. What was the point memorizing it then? Like if I could have got that Ric Flair down, you talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing. Woo! If I could have got it down, I'd be on it today. You talking about you got it all together, and I'm having a hard time.
If you can't remember the whole thing, you got to at least do it in the Macho Man voice with the cream of the crop. You got to.
I can't even do the voice. Wally does the voice way better than me.
But see, voiceover, so that's easy. I'm not doing it for you now.
I dare you. Dare you.
So he'll wear a Sting mask, but he won't do the voice.
But he won't do the voice.
But no, listen, I got Neil figured out. This is what Neil does. He stands in the mirror, he does the cream of the crop promo, then he hits the Nas "I'm the man" and walks away.
Walks away, bro.
That's it right there. That's how you do it. That's it.
Yeah, that's my favorite, man. And it was another one he did, man, where he was fussing at Elizabeth, man, on live air. But yeah, that's my favorite catchphrase. Now the other one, PK, you said it was we talking about entrance music.
Well, I said entrance, and then Mr. Man was like theme. So I was like, explain it to me, please. So
okay, well, I can break it down real quick. So
yes.
So entrances is basically the whole shebang. The pyro, the music, the lights, them walking out, the antics, all that stuff. That is their entrance. When you talk about somebody's theme, it's like how you say what Stone Cold's music is. Like if you walking around the store and you hear the glass break, you thinking about Stone Cold right off the bat. It's something that you can vibe to. Something like if you hear it in the car, it won't bother you. Like, if you hear Undertaker's, if you in the building and you see Undertaker come out, that gives you a certain feeling, But if you riding in the car and Undertaker music come on, you're gonna be like, nah, let me change that.
Yeah, right. What would you listening to?
Right.
So that's the difference between the two.
Because I try to smash them together. Because when you said your theme or your entrance, if you hear that gong, or you hear that glass break, or you hear the chick screaming on the Shawn Michaels joint, you know what I'm saying? That Shawn Michaels come on, I'll bop to that in the car. Yeah, I can ride to that in the car. So
that's the best I can do.
Yeah, I had to get
a Macho Man, but he did the Shawn Michaels joint.
Exactly.
It was in my ear. I heard it. I just heard it.
I was all over the place with that one. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that glass breaking for Stone Cold, the gong, and then if you smell, what I'm saying, all that got mashed together for me. I wasn't really fully prepared for
I didn't care for The Rock's music though, man.
What?
His music. Goldberg had the best entrance theme, in my opinion. The music was, it was so hard, man. He come out with the smoke and the pyro, and he do the, he was so dope, man. So dope.
I guess along those lines, Jenny said, do it again, McCall. Do the Shawn Michaels, McCall.
Hey, that's all I got. You only get that
I guess,
one time.
I guess
man.
you give me when Shawn Michaels has the lights going and he does the side lunge, get the leg out or whatever. That's
I
and
think we
that
all
going
did
crazy.
that at one point.
Yeah, that was a joint. And then when they had everybody doing the little X-Pac like suck it type joint,
Yeah.
all the stuff that came along with that. Like I said, that's pushing me
Got
way back
kicked
into
out-
old
got
school.
got kicked out plenty of class on that one.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling
you know, because that entrance, man, when that gong go off and the little pasty dude was carrying the urn for the Undertaker, like you was like, oh, the Undertaker,
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bear.
pasty
He's so
dude.
white, man.
He got a
I used to
little
love when he
pasty
got
dude
knocked
there,
out.
man.
Somebody
So-
can do Paul Bear voice.
Paul
No,
can, Paul can do the Paul Bear. Wally can do the Paul Bear.
I literally can do. It doesn't matter if it's wrestling or an animated children's movie or an actual actor actress. We'll do that after the live stops. I'll give y'all the example.
Come
Bro,
on,
you have
man.
a dope macho man, bro. We gonna rehearse
Right.
that.
He said it. Listen to me, let Jake the Snake let it bite you,
First, y'all
brother.
enough to do that on a live.
So, yeah. So that's mine. Just threw mine out. My favorite entry, like all that got rolled into one to me. But I literally had Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Glass Break, and the Undertaker's Gone. But then going to Shawn Michaels with the pyro and the lasers and everything he had going back then. That's where
You know what?
put
I'm
me at.
surprised ain't nobody say Ric Flair, man.
Well, I got a question for that later on. So don't. Well, you done spoiled it. Cause I was like,
I mean,
since Compass is doing all this styling and everything like that, who was styling in the ring that was a question I had, but since you shot the hole all in it.
You like, who's the cleanest?
I was gonna plug your channel because the Compass is doing the styling.
Man,
So who was styling walking to the ring, but
Ted DiBiase, man.
I was like, Stain was styling.
Bro, don't nobody want that funky leather coat he be rocking, man.
You're so disrespectful.
with the Jack the Ripper joint.
Underneath though.
So who want to tackle it? Wally, I guess we'll let you get into it. However you want to go with that. Entrance, theme. Yeah.
Best entrance. Gotta be Undertaker.
That's gonna might be a consensus.
You talking
Mr. Man got something different for
the
us.
mid 2000s, or we talking about the biker? I didn't like him too much.
I didn't like the biker.
That one was cool with the whole Limp Bizkit American Badass thing when they had those two songs. I hated the Big Evil Undertaker. That song was terrible to me. But the entrance for the Dead Man, the gong, the smoke, the lightning, whatever. I almost did the Paul Bearer voice. I almost did.
Oh, come on, man. One time,
give us
bro.
the voice.
One time for the one time. Yeah. Listen to me, brother. If the man can give it to us, if the man can.
Come on, bro.
Oh man.
Are you gonna rise to the
right?
Yeah.
It has to be Taker for one, that entrance. And then theme music.
Ooh, you got a lot to choose.
It's between, I know, this is bad. It's either do real songs count?
Hell,
Or just
yeah.
June 98. NWO comes out. They pull up at Nitro with the limousine. Everybody gets out. It's like 30 people in the NWO at this point. Hogan's got the title. They come out. This is right after the Bulls won number 6. Rodman is walking out with them. They followed him from the parking lot all the way to the top of the ramp. They're coming out to Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child. The cameraman is coming out behind them, and as they walk out, it's a bunch of smoke, and right where Jimmy is getting busy on the guitar solo part, the cameraman is coming out, and all you see is Hulk Hogan's silhouette like this coming out the smoke.
Yeah, I remember that, man.
That was tough.
I downloaded that song on Napster right away.
Immediately. And burned the hard drive on that computer.
I give a damn about Jimi Hendrix from White Men Can't Jump song where he's in the car, or they played it in the car with the tape until I heard that through wrestling. That has to be the best wrestling theme song that's ever been used. That's just it. Nothing.
Okay. Well, everybody kicked it old school, so I'll crank it up to a little current.
All right.
So my favorite entrance, of course, you got to give it to the Undertaker. Undertaker has the presence and all that stuff like that. I think that's kind of consensus, you know, with that situation. But one of my favorite entrances is
Fame.
That guy there.
Okay.
Dude, when he first came out, when he had no lights, and me and Wally were just talking about this the other day because I think they screwed it up by putting too much on it. Dude, the lights went out. Like when he starts his entrance, it sounds like a little kid's kind of song. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that will never ever end. And it's like kitty, but then the lights go out, you know, and then on the screen it says let's, and then another set of lights go out, then it says him. And then another set of lights, the rest of the lights go out and it says in. And then all you hear is the smoke come out. You hear this big gasp there. And, you know, it's just this hard, like, it fit the character so much, you know.
Neil will listen to it on the way to work.
I'm gonna have to check it out, man.
I literally wrote it down.
That joint is tough, man.
Like, intro. I literally wrote it down. I'm gonna have to.
The song is called "Let Me In" by Code Orange.
Code Orange, yes, dog. That joint is tough.
Code Orange, "Let Me In." But it don't.
Everybody scribbling notes and stuff like that. Be rocking out on the way to work tomorrow, man. Pull up a wrestling.
But you want to talk about
Spotify.
But you want to talk about a character that's ominous, and this song fit him, because at first, when he first came out, I think Wally and I had just left Newport News or something, and you know it was just crazy. Like him and I was talking back and forth, and I'm like, I'm just wanting to see what's going on with this or whatever like that, and how perfect it came out, beautiful. But my theme, the one that gets me is Edge. You think you know me? You hear that?
That is.
And then if you listen to the lyrics to that song, man,
Wally hating.
He's just hating because of Edge is back nowadays. I'd rather watch Edge than Goldberg any day nowadays. But
okay,
what?
Hell, I probably don't want to watch no 50-year-old Goldberg at this point. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't pick nobody up for the jackhammer. He don't deserve to be on TV. But that's another topic for another day.
You're right.
But Edge song though, Metalingus is what it's called. That joint, iconic. He's one of them songs like Rock, Austin. Like you know who it is when you hear that music. So
Gotcha. Where you at, Compass?
I went with Goldberg. Yeah, I'm going with Goldberg, man.
Okay.
Yeah, for both.
That's where you're gonna sit, both of them.
Yeah, I'm going for both. What you call it? Entrance and music.
Okay.
Especially after I heard Pastor Troy spit bars over it. I was like, oh yeah, this is.
That's what made me want to try it. When Pastor Troy did it, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna try it," and I just took.
It's so hard.
Like Pastor put like some extra drums and snares on it.
Right.
Still hear it. But yeah, I literally took the song and was like, I'm gonna use it and just see how it goes.
So hard, man. I loved it, man. Yeah.
So I'm trying to pull out what goes next, because Great Debate is last. So I think I got 4 I want to hit. So I think we went through our tier list there. So Wally, man, all you guys have been to events. So I mean, even Compass. So I don't know how many. So I want to ask y'all, you know, what was your favorite live event? I haven't been to one, so I'm out. So that's why I figured I'd ask you guys. What was your favorite live event that you went to?
Well, I'll be quick because I haven't been to many because of my work schedule. So every time they in town, I can never go. Most of the time, or if they close, I can never go. But I'll tell you, probably one of my favorite pay-per-views to watch of all time. I would have to say when Elimination Chamber first started. And Wally, you remember when it used to be on what is it, Armageddon or New Year's Evil or something like that when it first came out?
December pay-per-view, yeah.
And that joint was crazy. You want to talk about a brutal match, dog. They kind of cleaned it up now because of the PG era and all that stuff like that. But back in the day, though, when that match first debuted, brutal, absolutely brutal. So,
Combs, you say you went to one back in '78 or something like that, wasn't
Bro, I don't even know what 78 looked like, fam.
it?
Man, it was, and I didn't notice until
Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, he was fired though, bro. But this was later on down the line, man. I figured out what WrestleMania was, man. But this was when Bret Hart and Roddy Piper fought for the Intercontinental belt. You
Gotcha.
know, I can't remember. I think I had on a Bret Hart T-shirt, and Hulk from Legion of Doom. He signed it, you know what I mean? And it was a whole, my uncle took me, man. It was a whole shebang. That was the only event that I've ever been to. It was like, hey, man, we finna go take the train. We're gonna go watch a match. You know, went down to the train station, you know what I mean? Take you all the way down to the garden. And yeah, man, I lost my SHI. Yeah, it was legendary, man. Legendary.
Gotcha. Wally? You done been to so many.
Right, like which one? 7?
Yeah.
I would say the last 3, I went with Michelle and I took my brother because they had never been. 2019, we went to Extreme Rules in Philly. And the way that was received and how much fun we had doing that, I got ringside tickets for us to go to SmackDown when they came here to VA in Norfolk. And it was the day before school started too. Actually, I'm sorry, it was Tuesday. It was the first day of school. And I left work early, picked my brother up, you know, from my dad's house after we got dressed and all that. And then we, you know, went there. So I had the most fun at those 2 events with them because of the excitement of it. And that July Extreme Rules pay-per-view that was in Philly, that was their first time being at a pay-per-view or any type of wrestling event. Taker was there, so they got to experience the Taker entrance. And then just the whole card was cool in general. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, they fought, and they literally came right beside us, like maybe 5 feet away from us in the crowd in that match. But ultimately, as a wrestling fan, you want to go to WrestleMania.
Okay. It was down here in Tampa when? 19 or last year?
It was supposed to be last year, and then the pandemic messed everything up. So they did it in Tampa this year.
Okay. Because Jermaine hit me up. I was like, yo, you want to go to WrestleMania?
Yeah, yeah, you told me about that. I went to WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. I'm not going to talk about it, but needless to say, the company you keep, sometimes they deserve to meet Eddie, and I let them meet Eddie. And
somebody else got cut off for our listeners and viewers that may not understand. Eddie is Edward Scissorhands, and that's Wally's favorite wrestler / my alter ego in life. So that's his favorite finishing move right there. By the way, my favorite finishing move ever is the Diamond Cutter or the Stone Cold Stunner, whatever. You know.
RKO, just
yeah, all of those. So I just.
But yeah, I would suggest it's a lot more pricier now, but I would say collectively, if you want to go to a wrestling event, you have to go to a WrestleMania. That's pretty much like the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals of wrestling, for real.
Okay. So what do you say? Why do I want to go see that, man, and Wally? Because people say wrestling is fake. So
yeah, we got to remove Kayla from all platforms right now.
I'm about to report her comment in 2 seconds. I saw it. My face just looked down.
I just told her to sit tight. My sister-in-law, I told her to sit tight. But I was going to ask you, I mean, so why am I paying to go see that, man? I mean, it's fake anyway. It's all scripted and stuff. So what do you say to those? It's passionate you guys are about it and how you have reeled me and Neil into. I'm checking for it, you know, here and there when I can, and you got me watching UFC and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not following Undisputed Champs and watching that and stuff like that. It's all fake. What do you say to those people? or your thoughts on it. You ain't got to be talking directly to a person. So what do you say? I'm gonna let y'all. We got the bros on. This is y'all's link. Me and
he's making that face again. Look at his face.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically I'm asking you, what do you say when I say, it's fake anyway? So why does it matter? Y'all attack it from whatever angle y'all want.
It is, but you can't fake the outcomes as far as like the injuries, the impact of what you see. Like that's literally really happening. Mick Foley almost died falling off that cage twice. Mm-hmm. Well, falling or being thrown off and then falling through it, almost died twice.
Yeah, but did you die?
Right. And then not in the ring, but the Owen Hart thing where he fell, with the entrance or whatever. But Rey Mysterio, this was actually in 2015 or 2016. He drop kicked somebody from the side, like he drop kicked him in his back, and either like whiplash one way or another, and he actually killed him. And the match continued because the dude fell on the ropes, and they just thought he was knocked out, like just going with the flow of the match. He was dead. So it's real. But to be a kid and kind of grow up into it, that's really where you're not going to be 20, 30 years old and just start watching wrestling. You know what I mean? Like it's going to start like when we were younger in school. Like my grandparents are the ones that used to watch it, and they used to let me out. On my mom's side, I'm the oldest grandchild. Then my dad's side, I was the only boy until my brother was born out of all the grandkids. So that was one of those things that I would watch with my grandparents, and that's how I, just got used to it. And it's the storylines, it's the everything we already talked about. It's the rivalries, it's the entrance music, the entrance itself. Those are the things that just kind of reel you in, and then you just kind of keep it. You remember how you felt when you first saw it. And that's where you go with that.
I think people need to look at wrestling, how they look at reality TV. They like the Real Housewives of this and Bad Girls Club when it was coming on and all the other stuff like that. That stuff ain't fake. It ain't real neither. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff is scripted. Jerry Springer scripted, like Maury scripted, like all this stuff is scripted. What people don't understand is that these are real people who actually train for what they do. So they are athletes. They're not just, you can't put me in a ring and tell me to go in and execute a suplex on somebody. I'm gonna hurt somebody. They actually have to train for that type of stuff. Yeah. It's not one of those situations where like you can just walk on and do whatever. So as far as the match is choreographed to go a certain way, you see broken noses, people's jaws get busted, bleeding from the ears.
People die.
Bro, like literally, to add to Wally's, there's a lady over in Japan that just died recently in the ring. Like this stuff is real, man. You get hit the wrong way or you land the wrong way, you could die. And that's the risk that they take to try to, entertain everybody. So I think people that you got to look at wrestling for the totality of what it presents. You got to look at the character. You got to look at how they look. Mm-hmm. You got to look at the move set. It's a lot to it. If Undertaker was just a character alone, we would mention him. We'll say, okay, he had the greatest interest of all time. But if he couldn't really go as a 6 foot, 7 foot guy, 300-pound guy in the ring, will we really care?
Right.
I don't think so. So to everybody that says that wrestling is fake, as Wally said, you're probably watching it a little too late in life. You had to catch that attitude era type thing to really get you turned on to wrestling, to be honest. So
didn't Owen Hart die from trying to do some superhuman stuff with a entrance or something? Ain't that how he died? Well, it wasn't in the ring, but
yeah, like the harness broke before he could make it down, and he just literally fell. And I think he hit like this area right here on the turnbuckle, on the post. Yeah, so it was.
You never felt? Did you? I don't know. I've never felt the turnbuckle before, but I always wonder when they take that, when they take off the soft part, and then you know what I mean?
You
Like,
hit that joint.
right,
Hit the metal that comes from the post to
right.
the actual
It's
caddy.
like a cord.
Yeah, he hit that. It's literally just like a hook, like a metal harness, like kind of how you have a hook when you're trying to put a trampoline together.
Yeah.
It's a longer one of those that's like almost 2 feet long, and it has to be like tense, extremely tight, so there's no give on it. And yeah, I just sent y'all that link to check out later, and just kind of watch that and see that Rey Mysterio thing.
Yeah, let me check that joint out. Compass, you got the, so we have Compass, I just sent you. I want you to kick off Representation Matters, the Black Agenda, representation of that. I texted to you, and just going through our punch list, make sure we hit everything. So Representation Matters, what wrestler will we be, and then the Great Debate. Gotta have it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that one, man.
So Compass, give us the representation. Like I said, we're talking about Black Agenda, how that.
Right.
Now I'll add into that. Man gives us what wrestler we want to be. Wally kicks off the Great Debate, and we'll be. Then I gotta get your top 3 toys. If you wrote that down, I gotta get that. Super random.
Oh,
I know you said you got the
yeah.
bedtime
Oh,
buddy and everything.
yeah.
So rock with me, Neil.
So basically, I mean, back then when I was really heavy into then it was WWF and WCW. I don't remember too many. I mean, there were black wrestlers, right? But I don't remember them being the Bret Harts, the Hulk Hogans. There were some formidable fellas out there. You had Ahmad Johnson, Junkyard Dogs, you know what I mean? You had the Harlem Heat.
Don't beware, dog.
Coco Beware, Papa Shango, he went through all these different, the Godfather, I think he had all these different characters, right? But I don't remember them being, like I said, the Bret Harts, man. Those iconic characters that as a kid I wanted to be like, man, shit, Korrey, he got the Hitman Hart jacket, you know what I mean? I don't remember those, not until actually this year, you know what I mean? When Wally, man, you was showing us your baby, man, looking at the female. I don't even know, she was, I don't even know her title, but she won the belt, and I'm like, man, like times have changed, you know what I mean? This is, even black females. I don't remember a whole lot of black female wrestlers back then, especially winning no belts. They'll come out there, when they 2-piece and
Eye
they
candy.
biceps, eye candy, and they'll go whoop somebody and then hurry up, get out the ring. I'm waiting for,
just a filler.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you a filler. Yeah, I'm waiting on Val Venus to hit the stage. You know what I mean?
All names to stay.
I'm saying, bro, Val Venus.
The body.
Okay, anyway.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude,
Yeah, say Venus before Rick Rude.
So do we have a couple of champions? I mean, it's not going to be proportion. I know, but what y'all are saying, y'all follow it more. Do we have more champions? Did you see an agenda get pushed out after George Floyd and Black Lives? Do you feel like somebody was given a belt, during all of that and everything like that? I know it's come a long way. So I just, as a part of our BFA, we talk about stuff like that. So we had to weave it into it. So what did you guys see? Do you feel like the representation is there? And then we see Victoria's got the EST, the Bel Airs and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Do you feel like it's there enough? I don't know what we define as enough. Was there an agenda that was pushed? Just kind of speak on it. How y'all feel about that? What y'all see?
I'll say hell no. Just to be blunt about it, hell no.
I ain't mad at it.
Excuse me. Hell
The
no.
confidence of Undisputed right here. Here we go.
There we go.
Bro, hell no. Like it's one of them things where George Floyd happened and everybody was like, oh shit, let's do something for the black people so we can shut them up. Let's do something for the black people so we can shut them up. You know, nah, man, I'm not with all that. For example, Kofi Kingston, 2019, won that WWE championship, right? Everybody was so elated and stuff like that. A black person finally won, you know, a person of black descent, African descent, finally won the WWE championship. It was a beautiful moment. And then they didn't do squiddly dot with that man, because I'm trying to be clean right now with that man after he won the title. His storyline.
Rewind that. You said squiddly who?
Squiddly dot. Squiddly dot.
Hit him with it.
Really
They
not
didn't do nothing with him. So, you know, they act like, you know, they're doing us a favor, you know, by putting a black person in a position. But if it's not genuine, does it really matter?
Yeah, because he lost it in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar. But
6 seconds.
That's
Like,
what
and
that's what I'm
then
getting at right there.
On top of that, they didn't even give him a rematch.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
okay.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it. But I remember they interviewed him on I can't remember. They were like, "Hey, how do you feel being the first?" And he had his seconds of fame for, like you said, for media to say, "Hey, we recognizing that y'all got a face in wrestling now."
Yep.
You know,
Look at that. Yeah, he on the top
look
of the
at
mountain.
that. But then, I mean, I do also remember a little while, you know, past that, I didn't see him no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah,
I mean,
I'm with you.
immediately
I'm with you.
thrown right on back into the, you know, mid-card, bottom card scene. Matter of fact, he was thrown right back into the tag team scene. He wasn't even looked at as a formidable champion. So the way that they squashed him in 6 seconds, you know, I can't even believe that.
Was it literally 6 seconds? Was it that?
Yeah,
Was it
6
short?
seconds, no
Wow.
joke. Ring the bell. He went to jump on him, F5'd his ass. Have a nice night. Literally, that's what happened.
Oh
You know,
wow.
and like, it was terrible, man. It was a terrible look. And that right there started to kind of, you know, it wrecks me a little bit. All right. Then we go to last year. Well, this past year, pretty much, last year into this year, past year and a half. You had Bianca Belair as a SmackDown Women's Champion. Sasha Banks was a SmackDown Women's Champion before that. Bobby Lashley is the WWE Champion right now. And Apollo Crews just lost. So he was the Intercontinental Champion, but he just lost to Japanese guy, which I'm not upset at or whatever. It's storyline wise, it makes sense. So it's like they were dropping little seeds. So last year, y'all know they missed out on WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
This year, all the black people won the titles or retained the title.
Because y'all
Tell me
remember.
there ain't no agenda here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're not looking at it for the political side of it, you know, they're looking at it always capital. It's always about the capital. How can I get my profit in with this situation here? Okay, I'm gonna take advantage of what I have. You know, black people make up the most athletes in the world. If you really look at it, we do. And it's like, you know, okay, this person got over. You got Kofi Mania. Then, oh, they won't see Bobby Lashley coming out here. Let me go ahead and give Bobby Lashley the title because he's been here for 17 years. Like, it's always an agenda behind it. It's never genuine. If it was genuine, they would have did it a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago. You had plenty. The Rock's dad should have been champion. I mean, you got so many different people that should have been champion before this point. I mean, I can't even count Booker T, to be honest with you, because they did him dirty in WCW by giving freaking actor David Arquette the world heavyweight championship.
Arquette, man.
Before they
I
gave it to him.
That's okay.
What about Virgil?
stop it. We need reparations for Virgil. Let's not-
Bro, serious
And my
reparations.
through the hand.
Serious reparations. Like, it's just, it's the representation is all due to a system. It's not genuine. I can go on about this for a while. Like, Wally and I talk about it a lot. And right now we're just at the mercy of the system, I guess is what you can say right now. Until somebody rises up black-wise and is able to create a company, or, you know, not even just black, somebody that isn't of Caucasian descent can create a company where you can say all parties are equal. if you are the hottest star in this company right now, you get the top spot. You make a deal, you make it or break it, you know. So I'm gonna pass it off to you, Wally, because I can go on about this.
I enjoy it, man.
I
Keep
told you
going.
man, that's BFA. We've been talking about stuff like that. So I was curious. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna talk to the man in them because they in it. I want to know, you know. I've seen a couple of people and I just want to pick y'all brain about it to see if it's going the way everything else is going. Where can we grab that next dollar from? So Wally, you gonna add something to man? Because he done fired up on y'all.
You got just talking about Kofi, you got New Day, it's 3 of them. Bobby Lashley, you got the Street Profits, who are black tag team. One of the dudes in that tag team is Bianca Belair's husband. Then you have, of course, we were telling y'all about Usos and that family, the Heat family. One of the Usos is actually married to Naomi, the black girl that comes out with the glow thing. Yeah, so you have Naomi, Keith Lee. His fiance is black and Japanese. He wrestled as well with the company. We got Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Sasha Banks, who main evented WrestleMania with Bianca this year.
So they getting represented, but like man said, if they cutting people because of budget cuts, then I know, you know what I'm saying.
It's like the greedy shopper. I'm gonna buy all this just so you can't have it.
Understand.
That's what it was based on how the industry is with WCW being gone. Vince has no threat. So it was like, I'm just gonna buy up all of this and all of that. And they can't go nowhere else and take the attention off of my product. You know what I'm saying? So I want the compass to be on my YouTube channel, because if he goes over to Spotify, they're gonna have 1 million people over there watching him on Spotify, and ain't nobody gonna be worried about what I'm doing over here on YouTube. So it's little things like that are all like marketing plans and just little strategic things that we know you're trying to pacify us, but to kind of not contradict, but to argue against what Korrey was saying, they are trying to pacify us collectively with that as a people, but it's getting to the point to where it's just undeniable talent at this point. Because Bianca's ability, Sasha's ability, Keith Lee's ability at the size of him being a bigger dude, he's like 6'2", like 340 or something like that, but he moves like he's a lower size. You know what I'm saying? It's certain aspects of it where it's like, you can't cover that up. You can't hide it, or you can't keep going in circles and dancing around it and never give that as just due. You know what I'm saying? So there's other promotions that have black athletes as well, man. But just the catalyst to everything as far as just representation mattering, even the black officials. That's how everything kicked off with Victoria watching that match. You know, you got 2 black women, which was a first, 2 black women for the title at WrestleMania. And then it was also the main event of night 1. So that was perfect. But the olive branch was, I sent that video to a WWE referee who's on the NXT brand that's down there at Full Sail in Florida. And he reposted it, and that's how it got back to Bianca. I hit him up, I sent him a message, he responded. This was literally when we were recording episode 2 of season 1. So this was April 14th.
Oh, wow.
I sent him a message, and then I sent him the video. He responded while we were on the air for episode 2. And after that, it got back to Bianca. And then when we had more people see it, it blew up. It literally took off. So that representation meant a lot to me, because we as black men, of course, we want that example for our sons. But in this case, it was like, yo, this little girl is being seen all over the world at this point. You know what I'm saying? From all because she was watching 2 black women do their thing. And it worked out because there was a video that Bianca posted. There was a little boy. It was a little Hispanic child. He was crying when she won the title. I think it said something in the caption that he was handicapped or something like that. But the video was taken down. I saw her repost it. Then I went to the post, so I read everything. I saw the video. And then other than that, the only video of anybody that she reposted for her celebrating was Victoria's video. So that's why the cameo thing was that much more important, because you knew who you reposted based on the reference that I gave in the description of the cameo. Mm-hmm. So it just means a lot to see that and have that be a standard of what I can tell her she can do, or what she can be, or what we can tell our kids in general.
Well, I think it's a difference between, it's a difference between the Black people as a whole and then the women. The women have come from a long way. I won't take that from them, because at a certain point you got to be like, all right, it's not about bra and panties matches no more and all that stuff like that. We got to make sure that we give them, as Wally did, eloquently say, they are at a point now where that stuff don't even matter anymore. You got to give them their space because they are athletic, they are strong, they are able to do the things that the men are able to do. The women's side is that. I'm just talking about as a whole. Perception is everything. And if you leave perception up for somebody else to thank you, to interpret, what they want to interpret of the situation, if we really cared about, our Black wrestlers, Hispanic wrestlers, Japanese wrestlers, etc., I mean, even for instance, Wally, Asuka, who's a Japanese wrestler, Shinsuke Nakamura, who's a Japanese wrestler, got up to the platform and won the Royal Rumble their first years on the main roster. That was before we even said anything about Black people who have been on the roster
forever
over here in America forever.
I'm trying to make it.
So, it's like, it's one of the things where I'm like, okay, why we can't find a happy medium with this situation? Why we can't find a situation where we're down the middle and everything can go the same way?
All right, so when they won, was that around that Stop Asian Hate? I'm just trying to see if it lines up.
No, that was a few years before that.
All right.
But I'm saying that Asian agenda, I mean, it just falls a line. It's just a matter of when it was executed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was trying to, get my chronological.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, PK. I was.
Yeah, if that's what it, throw you that bone and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
That's how it happened though last year. Like Korrey was already talking about with the George Floyd situation. Right after George Floyd was killed, I believe it was Bobby Lashley or Apollo Crews. Either way, a Black man won the United States Championship.
Oh yeah.
Within a week of it actually happening on that same Monday, that Monday Night Raw, of course, but earlier in that day is when George Floyd was killed. That Monday, I believe the following week, a Black dude won the United States Championship, and I text Korrey as soon as it happened.
Don't be like that, Wally. He was the cream.
Nah, bro, it's only one cream.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, man. All good. I like it, man. Appreciate the insight.
This is dope, Korrey. We gotta have you back, man.
Yeah, man.
Already.
Well, I was gonna ask Gabriel who if he was a wrestler. That was our next question. If he was a wrestler, who would you be? Y'all want me to go first? Now, I want y'all to confirm. I mean, at first I was like, man, I'm gonna do it my way. My Instagram handle is Dark Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna be Dark Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna be myself. I was like, okay, that's corny, But I was like, really, I would be myself. Then I switched. I looked it up. I couldn't confirm. They said Kofi was vegan. If Kofi is vegan and out there doing all of that, because they say we don't get enough protein and all that kind of stuff. If Kofi is indeed vegan or plant-based, then that's the homie. That's all right. Then we'll stop there. I had Kofi if he was actually. It doesn't matter even if he wasn't. But that he's doing it because oh my God, I keep doing that wrestling, like moving around. You're not getting your carbs. You're not getting all that kind of stuff. So he actually is plant-based. Then I'll just stop right there. If it wasn't, I was gonna go Ted DiBiase because everybody's got a price. So that's if that was gonna be me. Those are the two that I had. I literally put Kofi Kingston because he's vegan, and then Ted DiBiase.
That $1 million championship, man. I need that.
Man.
I need
Yeah.
Compass.
Ted DiBiase, man.
Ted DiBiase. My
Yeah,
man.
man.
All right.
Yeah, he was the, I thought he was rich when I was a kid.
Yo, and for a minute there,
yo.
bro, I was like, yo, I used to have the Hot Wheel car that was the hot painted joint, but it had like, it was the joint that Bam Bam Bigelow used to wear, the flame.
Yeah, man.
I was like, yo, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Man, I had like 3 or 4 Ted DiBiase action figures, man.
The DiBiases, man. So, Mr. Man, who are you? The Fiend.
Yeah, you gotta know it. You gotta know it.
Hey, you mad, bro? You mad? You still mad about the Fiend, bro?
So judgmental.
You mad? When I get this money, we're gonna start our own. He gonna be our headliner. He gonna have all the belts at one time.
Look,
We
I got.
make sure-
Look, he asked me, was I mad? I got one response to that.
Oh, he got
Put the gloves on. I can't.
Oh, man.
Janet said she's the Undertaker.
That picture from the video that I sent y'all when I paused it of him like this. No,
Fantastic. That's gold.
I make that a profile.
That's gold.
I know.
I picked him though because he's relatable though.
Gotcha.
If you really think about it, people have that dark side of themselves, and sometimes it takes you to go through a lot of situations in order to meet that side of yourself. And that's pretty much what the character is,
Mm-hmm.
him meeting his dark side.
Look at, see, man, that man came, he understood the assignment. He did.
Right.
He read the syllabus, understood the assignment. Man.
Right.
Get the answer.
Wally, P. Alexander Wally, let me guess who you probably The Rock. No, you ain't. Shut up. You The Rock for real? I ain't mean to steal your. So how you gonna be The Rock, but Sting the homie? I can't say that because I wasn't none of the people that I listened to. Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, me neither.
So.
He wanted one of mine.
2 weeks ago or last week, Michael Jordan made me want to watch basketball.
Okay.
AI made me want to play basketball.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of them things. Like I think it was the like the promos, the charisma, the what's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is or know your role. Any of the catchphrases, you know what I'm saying? That's what I use when I announce the episode. It's time to lay the smackdown. You know what I mean? Like it's so many different things that he did that stood out on top of the way that he evolved as a character. And then now at 48, 49 years old, he's in better shape than people in their 20s and 30s.
Bro, looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he was. I mean, I was
that old.
But yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Got you.
Transcended the ring.
Hey, let me get this out y'all real quick. Favorite catchphrase then. Mine's is that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. That's my joke.
Okay, so we're not talking interviews. We're talking like, catchphrase.
Yeah, just your favorite catchphrase.
Korrey, you go first. I'm cheating.
Oh, I already done said mine's the best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be.
I'm good with
With it.
Man, that's hard. I don't know.
The Rock did have me saying candy ass and jabroni though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
I saw my son Jabroni earlier today.
Yeah. Oh man.
The best thing that I think from a joking standpoint that I actually use in my vocabulary, Jeff Jarrett. He was in WCW calling people slap nuts.
Slap nuts, yeah. Yeah.
Call a person a slap nut in the middle of wherever I'm at if they piss me off. Man, you a slap nut. Like my wife knows it. I've said it in public places. People literally know I use that word regularly. It's not even a game. I just don't want y'all that.
Hey.
Everybody else outside the family and y'all is fair game.
Yeah.
Compass, what's up?
That's tough, man.
You just gonna go with the cream. We'll give you the cream. The cream
Yeah,
is your
because
favorite.
he didn't really have a catch. He was just that dude. Man.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah,
Nah.
we'll give you that.
I mean, if we keeping it just to keep it lit, man. Anything the Rock said was catchy, bro.
Okay.
Literally everything he said. I was watching some of his old.
Even what he don't say when Wally's in the mornings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man.
Wally, man.
Everything he said.
We are at what you saying, The Rock, so we are at the great debate. The great debate. I got a one-word answer. I think, Compass might have a one-word answer. And then we'll give the Undisputed Bros, because after that, I'm going to ask you about your toys. Then we're going to go into plugging the channels and the business shout-outs, and we're going to, get back to family time and, thank everybody for watching with us. But the great debate, everybody talks about Jordan, LeBron, and Tom versus Jerry, the mouse, and all that kind of jazz, and any other thing you want to throw up there, Messi versus whomever. What we really need to be talking about is Stone Cold Steve Austin at Rattlesnake versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's what we're getting ready to talk about. So,
right, Janet, you're damn right.
Yes, I like a mug that would say slap down. So, in the great debate, I don't know if it's the GOAT debate, great debate, or what it's gonna be. The Rock versus Stone Cold. I got a one-word answer. Stone Cold for me.
That's 2 words. MF, you educated. Savannah State.
That's actually Stone Cold for me. It's 4, but okay,
Right.
And you getting the Masters, and you working on the Masters. So
What? Yeah. Got 2 words.
All right. So my simple is Stone Cold lost him.
Stupid.
Compass. Stone Cold or The Rock?
Stone Cold, man.
All right, that's 2. If this goes the way I think it goes, we're gonna give it to him.
I'm talking stunning Steve Austin back in the day.
You going way?
When he had hair.
Okay.
I've been rocking with him. So
So he understands Stone Cold's struggle. That's why they had that connection back when he had hair. You know what I'm saying? So now
trash. He was trash.
He understands the struggle. So I can dig it. So he has a personal connection with him there. So Mr. Man, you're the guest on the show, the debate. And I mean, I'm giving these, 2-3 minutes, for y'all's punch list. If you want to go through it, one word and whatever it's gonna be, I'm just gonna put my seatbelt on. You got The Rock versus Stone Cold, GOAT man. Yeah, that's him. And that is
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ooh.
Stone Cold. And Wally probably gonna punch me in the face through the Zoom call here. Stone Cold elevated The Rock. Stone Cold is a generational talent. There will never, ever, ever, it will never be a Stone Cold or a Rock. Let me put that out there. It'll never, ever be either one of them.
All right.
I think Rock is the better character overall. The punchlines, the funny moments. He always had a comeback for everybody. I give that to Rock. But overall, impact, and you just know Stone Cold coming to whoop somebody's ass. If you hear that glass coat off, you better run, hide your kids, hide your wife, throw this man a beer before he knock you upside the head and stun you in the next week. Like, bruh, Stone Cold has to be the GOAT. He has to. In this conversation, he has to. He changed the game of wrestling from, as Compass said, from stunning Steve Austin to where he is now. His we didn't even talk about this when he won King of the Ring and he had to go to the doctor. He had a match. He had to go to the doctor. I believe his nose was broken or something. Came back to finish his lip. Thank you. He came back from the King of the Ring, won the King of the Ring in a few minutes, and cut one of the greatest promos of all time. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass."
I just whipped
you.
And then from there, he never had a down moment. He just went up from there. So
I didn't like the what? I didn't like that.
What?
Personally, I didn't like that.
There you go. What?
Audience interaction.
Now, okay, I'm about to digress, man. Did y'all see that YouTube when he had on the Stone Cold ET? Did y'all see that? YouTube it. He pulls up to a fast food restaurant. And he got on an ET mask, and the lady's like, "Can I help you?" can I get a large order of fries? And she's like, excuse me, sir, I can't hear you. What? And it's just the head. You gotta watch it, man. Stone Cold E.T. Check it out, man. Fire, hilarious.
Wally, man. I mean, that's 3-0. You want to just go ahead and make it a full sweep?
So
don't be different.
Without the titles, okay. So it started with them beefing over the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
Turned into the Smoking Skull title, getting thrown in the river. Then they fought twice for the heavyweight title. And then by the time they had that third main event, it wasn't even a title involved at all. So with the way that it goes, if you look at it, it's about even, but from a popularity standpoint, it was The Rock being the one that says, thank you for the house. Because he was the one that was chosen by Stone Cold to be his last match.
Yep.
So nobody knew going into that WrestleMania except Austin, Jim Ross. I think Vince knew, then he told The Rock. And if you watch the end of that match, after it's over, The Rock sits beside him and has a real conversation with him. He pushes the referee away, gets out of the ring. He's all emotional, walking away and all that stuff. And then there's an interview about it where they're both trying to discuss it separately, and they can't from the emotions attached to it. But it would have to be Stone Cold because the first 2 times they main evented WrestleMania for the title, and The Rock lost both of those matches. Actually, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Matches because Austin turned heel the second time when he joined Vince.
Yep.
And the first time was his first win. He won the title at WrestleMania 14. I think that was actually in Philly in '98 too. Yeah. So for him to be the one that's on the higher level as far as just not being hurt by a loss, trying to find somebody who would be beneficial to send him off and also maintain a high note, to choose The Rock, basically, that's like Jordan choosing Kobe or LeBron.
Okay, so I have a caveat / hold up. Now, before The Rock, before Rocky Maivia, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
Okay, Owen Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was big beef before he passed. Stone Cold and the Hart Foundation was.
If you want to go that, you would go Stone Cold and Bret.
Yeah. Stone Cold and Bret was more deep.
Watch that I Quit match, WrestleMania 13 in Anaheim.
That joint's crazy.
He cut him with a razor in the match outside the ring, so he's bleeding. He passed out in the sharpshooter in a bunch of his own blood.
In his own blood. I do remember that, man.
So it would have to be Stone Cold. I'll be nice this time.
Hey, the sweep. And that's the bottom line.
Hey, that's funny. Y'all gotta watch
and that's
that.
the bottom.
Y'all gotta watch that. Stone Cold ET, man. Watch that.
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff. Y'all gonna have me be on all kind of stuff.
Midnight.
Man, but still up in the chat tomorrow. Like, yo, what up? Yo. So real quick, man, before we get into plugging our channels and our stuff, top 3 toys ever, all time for you. What was your top 3?
I got one.
I got one toy. One toy.
I don't know if y'all remember, but it was a Titantron when it first came out, and the wrestlers had the metal on the bottom of their feet, and when you put them on the actual stage of the Titantron, it played the music.
Yes,
I remember that. Okay, so since you only got one, what was the toy that you feel is underrated? I mean, overrated.
Overrated?
Overrated toy. Like you had it, or you saw somebody that had it, and you like, it wasn't even like a jealousy type thing. Like you felt like it was overrated. I'll come back to you since you only had one.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You give me one because I wrote down 3 of my top toys and 3 that I felt were overrated. So Compass, what's up? Top 3 toys, man, and overrated if you got one.
Okay.
I threw that on man because he only said I got one toy. So I said, all right, so now he got to give me an overrated. You know?
Right. Yeah. Okay, so top man is the Green Ranger, man. It was the sword. It was the sword, man.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon sword.
That
the
joint was
dragon
tough.
sword.
That joint was tough.
Bro, I mean, and I never, my parents never bought it for me. I found one at a park, man, when I was in my 20s. It was all kind of broken up, but that was my favorite. Always wanted it. I don't have an overrated for you, P.
Got you.
Back then, I don't think anything was overrated. I wanted all of it.
I was gonna say the same thing though. I was gonna say the same thing. I don't remember nothing that was actually overrated.
Yeah, man. Everything. I needed everything.
So like my overrated, I felt like was like Pogs, the little Pog cards. Those little slap Pogs. Them just was overrated to me, and Stretch Armstrong was overrated. So.
Facts.
I agree with that. I never wanted.
Yeah, my top toys was the Nerf, the little whistling football. You couldn't tell me I wasn't throwing a tight spiral with the Nerf joint. Super soaker, any type of super soaker, the little
50.
joint, you know what I'm saying? With the 50, the 100, the 150, the big tank joint that was leaking all on your back because it was
had the 2 tanks.
Yeah. And then my top joint from back in the day was the Nintendo 64, man. Just because of 3 games on Nintendo 64. GoldenEye, of course. The WCW versus NWO joint.
It's the NWO, yeah.
And Kobe Bryant courtside were the 3 games for N64.
You didn't like No Mercy?
I love No Mercy, bro.
No Mercy.
I was thinking Mario Kart though for the 64.
Nah, I don't want the Mario Kart on that. Nah, the Mario Kart Nintendo Wii was. I mean, if I had it, No Mercy was cool, but those are the 3: the GoldenEye, the WCW versus NWO, and Kobe Bryant courtside is what did it for me. Okay. And like I said, my overrated was the Pogs that everybody was slapping down and stuff.
I love
Stretch Armstrong. So you love them? You look like you love a Pog.
Bro, I'm a Pogger.
Get out of here. Wally, your top toy.
I got some Poggers in my damn pocket. Look.
You got a round to it in your pocket. Wally, your top toys, man. Top 1 toy and give me an overrated if you got one.
The wrestling rings. That's what I thought we was answering. I thought it was wrestling related. But the wrestling, me, like I had G.I. Joes and wrestling, all the action figures.
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah.
So that was always cool for me. Like Christmas time or birthdays, my grandparents would do that. And then my aunt was actually living in Atlanta working at Turner when they used to come pick up their checks. So I got memorabilia and all kind of stuff like that. Most overrated toy.
Oh, you got the Hulk rules.
I remember the commercials for that, man.
Thank God it don't stink. I have never watched this. This thing is like.
You gotta watch it. You ain't never really played with it.
It gotta be the same age as you.
I just turned 34. Yeah.
It gotta be. I remember the commercials for it.
Yep.
Yeah. But just knowing now, like I hate having it now based on what he's done in the last couple of years.
Right.
Can't get rid of it.
But you didn't know that back in the red and yellow days.
Right.
What?
Back in them red and yellow days, we didn't know nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see,
that's when he got the black do-rag.
I kind of knew he was an asshole though, because they used to come here in the 80s, and my grandfather used to work at the Trump Plaza. He used to do the security, and he used to have to stand outside the dressing rooms and all that kind of stuff. And that was one of the people. He said Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik are assholes in real life. Like real life, fuck you, asshole.
Hold on. But since we're going outside of wrestling, I do got 2 more. So you got I had the big Megazord from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the very first set.
Yeah.
too.
Oh my
Always
God.
wanted that. Take him off. Take him off.
Mr. Man has left the chat.
Yes.
That joint was tough.
That
And
was
I was into Game Boys heavily.
okay. Yeah.
I
Game
was
Boy to
into that
Game Boy Color and the
heavy.
yeah. Okay. I give you
Yeah,
that.
man.
All of that. All
And the
right.
screen was this color.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Terrible.
You get one
It
of your
was so
homies that actually
fire,
had
though.
one, you connect up and hit him on that Tetris, that head-to-head on that Tetris.
Uh-huh.
You make the little Tetris block and it go over to his screen.
Right.
He be trying to throw his little joint, man. So,
Mhm.
hey, man, I've had a fantastic time. It's about this time that we get ready to go into our business shout-outs. I want to say thank you for Mr. Man for coming on and hanging out with
Yes.
us. And Mr. Wally
Yes.
actually, bridging the gap and putting him on with us and everything. So about this time we do the black business. We'll say business shout outs. John Will Templeton back in August of 2004, made August Black Business Month. So we're driving the policy agenda affecting 2.6 million black businesses. That was that number back then. I'm pretty sure it's up there higher than that as of currently. But before we shout out those businesses, we have some YouTube channels. And I'm going to quit telling the people about it. I'm going to let the people that are on here tell them about the channels. I'll tell them we got brothers from another channel that the Compass takes care of for us. So like, follow, and subscribe to that. And we also have the Undisputed Champions YouTube channel and the Compass. But Compass, what should they be checking you out for? What is the Compass doing on his YouTube channel? It's your channel, and y'all got the same question as soon as he finishes as to why should we like, follow, and subscribe to what the Compass got going on? What's going on there?
Man, so initially, my first 35 videos, however many is up there, it's just shoes. But really, I'm trying to I want to kind of take it over to a more speaking life into you. Basically, you don't have to fit a profile to look this sort of way to wear a hot tennis shoe. You could be a business guy, be educated, you could do all of that and wear a nice tennis shoe.
You mean you're not targeting just one audience for attention?
No.
Shame on you.
Right. So I plan on trying to bridge that gap about, to who I really am, and then bringing the tennis shoes too, doing giveaways. Next time we converse, 3FA, we're going to plan this next month giveaway, man. It's going to be very dope. So, yeah, that's it.
The Compass, I send it to Janet, usually drops them for me.
Yeah.
So, and I've already cut my phone off for comments or whatever. So I know she got it squared away. So we got that on there. And the Undisputed Champions, why should we be rocking with y'all? Let's get them followers.
Because Korrey is nuts.
The mad.
Y'all got the kitty version.
Man,
the kitty version.
If I had to put money on who was gonna be on there going off, I'd have went Wally. But Mr. Man be fired the hell up. You hear me?
Man, comes to basketball.
So what's up, man? The Undisputed Champions. Why should we be checking it out? What are you guys talking about? Let the people know about you. We got 1,000.
The Undisputed Champions came together based off of our love for wrestling. It's just a hobby for us, short story. Paul and I met years ago while I was working down in Newport News area, etc. We kind of met, and honestly, I think our first conversation was about wrestling. So, kind of built from there. We kept in touch over the years, and we just finally was like, yo, what if we do a show? And I was out with an injury or something like that, and him and I was talking about doing a show, and then WrestleMania came up. We was like, well, just the hell with it. We just go with it. But we wanted to do wrestling from a different perspective, give it back to its raw kind of feel to it, not so PG and feel so, the people that are our age, we want to kind of serve them a little bit, while still talking about, who's up and coming, things like that. So check out Undisputed Champions. It is hilarious.
It is.
I
stand by that.
It's violent.
It is.
You need that in your life, for real, though.
And just like Compass over there, we want to try to encourage people to be different, have a different opinion, share their opinion, and while all being respectful. So
all good. Wally, you with that? You co-sign it? You good?
I'm with whatever, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go, man. So going up my list, we got the Flow Code, which is Ghost Rider clothing. That's my brother from high school, TK. He has that clothing line. Dope stuff on there. We got Legacy of Nagasi that goes along with this book right here. This piece of literature you need in your library. I stand by it. These hugs are my hugs.
Do it, Wally. Do the Denzel, man.
Do what? Tell them about it, Joe, right here.
Gotta get the book. I stand by it. That is it right there. You need that book. Go buy it and then stand by it. Right.
If you don't like it, we will not give you your money back dollar by dollar. You won't read it until you like it. You know what I'm saying? So Legacy of Nagasi, man, doing things with the these hugs are my hugs, still doing numbers, available on Amazon. I always gotta plug the wife. Golly, I'm gonna get it right. The Village Healer, man, on Etsy. She's got the blessing oil, the money oil,
only
smudge spray to get rid of that bad juju. Right. We've only done 17 episodes and I still can't get it right. But the money oil, the blessing oil, the smudge spray, the love oil, you get those in your life, start using them and see how things change for you. Of course, we got the BFA link tree that's got all of everything that this will be on your Spotify, your Anchor, your Castbox, your Google Podcast, your Apple Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Audible, Pandora. It's going to be on all of those by this time. Well, tomorrow morning, later on tonight.
Probably tonight.
Tonight. Culture College Counseling does, your college prep. Kelly and Company crafting, t-shirts, mugs, and all kinds of little accessories for you. Chase and Charlie has your iPhone, iPod accessories, sunglasses, and shades. AKs and Tech does your IT that you need. Check them out. I got Legacy and Nagasi on there again. My girl Lissa's Naturals. There's an Etsy shop with all kinds of shea butters and sugar scrubs and everything for you get that skin glistening. Seabrook Custom Creations. They do shirts and all kinds of stuff for you as well. My buddy Nick has written 2 children's books, so I got Nick's bookshelf on there. Katrina Coles does Wine Shop at Home. She can do a virtual wine tasting with you and get you paired up with everything you need for the rest of the summer, your anniversaries, or whatever else you got coming up. And I believe that will do it for our business shout out. So next episode, next Wednesday, since it was one that we enjoyed ourselves as the brothers, this one goes on there too, man. But we had Hot Seat episode number 5 or 4 of this season. So next Wednesday, we're going to go into episode number 8, and we're going to do Hot Seat part 2.
Ooh, 8 already?
Fun. We on number 8, man. We are 17 episodes in, man. So episode 18, Hot Seat number 2. With that being said, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Peace and love, that light, love, and positivity. And everybody just have a great rest of the night. We'll see y'all same time, same place next week. Peace and love from the Undisputed Brothers.